What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are back with another Madden 23 rebuild, as today, of course, going to be doing the Houston Texans. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one, subscribe if you're new, and go ahead and continue to comment down the next team you guys want to see. Two of you guys voted for the Texans, which is why we're doing the Houston Texans today. But taking a look at the roster, I do know throughout this video, I want to roll with Davis Mills as the QB, which they do have him as star development, which is what I was curious about. So I wasn't sure if he was going to have star development or not, but he does, which is good because I feel like I can go with Davis Mills throughout the video, which I think is awesome. We got Keenan Green, Laramie Tunsil, Brandon Cooks is our wide receiver right now. And then, of course, we have draft capital, which is also a beautiful thing. So looking at the full developed lineup, Brevin Jordan, I believe, was also a rookie last year. So I really hope we can develop him as well at 22 years old. So I'm really looking to build through the draft with this thing, continue to add young pieces to this roster, and just hope we put something together around Davis Mills that's really enticing. Defensively, on the other hand, though, we have Jalen Petrie. You have Derek Stingley, of course, who we got in round one. So I do like him and what he brings to the table. Jerry Hughes is here. You got John Greenard, you got Murray, and then so not a whole lot to be relying on, but for the defense to be happy about. But we have a couple pieces here and there, Desmond King as well. So for this first season, I'm going to expect to be pretty bad, but I'm just kind of hoping Davis Mills can have a good year and kind of build off of that. So as far as what system we want to run, it looks like we can run like an 84% scheme fit. And then for the defense, we're going to be bad, but I guess I can put them in the best opportunity to succeed by running maybe a base 4-3, and then we'll go 84% vertical power run. So, and then I actually want to start Dameon Pierce, I think, over Marlon Mack, just because Dameon Pierce has shown in the preseason that he is pretty good. John Mechie, I believe, is going to be out for the season in real life. I forget what it was for, but I remember it was something very serious, so it definitely sucks he won't be playing. And then Cooks, I'm probably going to be looking to trade Brandon Cooks in the offseason just because I feel like we are going to be looking for younger wide receivers, honestly. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to simulate season number one. We're going to see how this goes, and hopefully Davis Mills can just have a good season. I don't expect to be a playoff team or anything like that, but just have a good season out of my young guys, and that's all I'm really looking for here to start this rebuild off. So at the end of the season, as I kind of figured, we went 5-12, and we weren't a very good team, which was kind of to be expected. But if you take a look at the stats, I'm just hoping Davis Mills had a good stat line, and he developed a little bit. But offense was 31st in the NFL, and he only threw 22 touchdowns, so not sure. Defense 28th. Dameon Pierce had a good year, 22-12 from Davis Mills. Not too shabby. He's up to a 75 overall. I want to continue to roll with him throughout the video. Like I said, I'm going to not draft a quarterback, I think, this time around. Dameon Pierce, 900 yards, 8 touchdowns. If he got star development, that'd be great. We'd love to see that out of him. Receiving wise, you had Cook or Chester Rogers, I guess, out of nowhere with 1,100 yards, 28-year-old wide receiver, and then Brandon Cooks at 900, and then Brevin Jordan with 4 touchdowns, 930 yards, which is W. And defensively, on the other hand, not that we had a lot of guys to be excited about, but like Jerry Hughes here at 34 years old, nice veteran presence, getting a lot of sacks. I don't know if he's under contract past this season, but if he is, definitely going to be looking to trade him after that good season he just had. And Derek Stingley and Petrie both had 1 interception. So obviously did not make the playoffs. So we're looking to build in the offseason. We do have draft picks, which is great from the Browns trade, obviously from the Watson trade, which Texans fans are probably happy with how that's going for them right now. But let's get in the offseason. Let's see who we need to resign. And then as far as upgrading players, we have $80 million in cap space, and Cleveland just won the Super Bowl. So not sure we'll be getting like a very high draft pick from Cleveland this year, which is unfortunate. I just said that we were happy about it, but in Madden we are not, because they just won the damn Super Bowl. But we're going to go to the re-signing stage. I can't imagine there's too many players that like I'm dying to keep here. But if there is, we'll go ahead and re-sign them. So $87 million to spend. 22 players. Let's see what we got. We got Andy Janovich, Marlon Mack, Grugier Hill went up to star development. But like I said, overall, looking at these guys, I don't think any of these guys are players I'm dying to keep. So I guess I gotta keep my backup quarterback in Kyle Allen. That's like the only thing I think I would be remotely interested in, and he's back. So we bring our backup quarterback back, but other than that, we're heading to free agency. And I don't know if I'll be that aggressive in free agency. We'll kind of just see how things are feeling out, because I want to mostly build this team through the draft, just because like I just feel like that's the best way to do things. But if we take a look at what things are looking like right now, so Tunsil and Keenan Green got star development. Brevin Jordan didn't move on development traits or anything like that. Brandon Cooks, honestly, I think I'm actually going to trade Brandon Cooks. I'm going to rely on Dameon Pierce to continue to develop, and Brevin Jordan at the tight end spot. And then we got Desmond King and Derek Stingley, which is great. And then, of course, Jalen Petrie. So then as far as Greener's concerned, I believe he's like pretty young, so kind of happy with him. He's 26 years old. So Let's make a couple trades right now, though, just because I feel like I want to collect some draft assets. And if I can get something for Brandon Cooks, I think I'm going to, just because he's 29 years old. We're probably not going to be good anytime soon, so we might as well just capitalize on some assets right now. So I'm sending Brandon Cooks back to a team he's familiar with, sending him to the Patriots for a second, a third, and a second next year. So I'm getting 2 second-round picks and a third and a second in this draft, and then a second next year, and we're trading a fourth. And they get Brandon Cooks, which they get another wide receiver for Mac Jones, or Mac. The next trade I am making is I'm sending Desmond King in a fourth over to the Bears for 2 third-round picks, 1 this year and 1 next year. So we get a couple of, or get a few draft picks for Desmond King and Brandon Cooks, which is what I was looking to do. So now we have John Mechie, who should be healthy this year and play a little bit. And then obviously we're going to be looking to improve even more. But for the most part, I'm going to rely on Dameon Pierce. We're just going to look in free agency now and just kind of see what makes sense for us. So if there's anything we can pick up, we're going to do it. So $91 million in cap space, get rid of Cooks and got rid of also Desmond King, got a couple draft picks. But as far as spending big, I don't think I'll do anything crazy like that. But if we have some young guys that like make a lot of sense for this team, we'll do it. So that's kind of what I'm looking for here in free agency. Just going to be signing some free agents, see what makes sense and see what doesn't. So I have 5 offers on the table right now in free agency. So I'm going for 25-year-olds basically, outside of Nate Davis being 26 years old, but we just need a little bit more help on the offensive line. So we can get all 5 of these guys. A lot of them don't even have interest in signing with me, but we'll go ahead and throw them an offer anyway and see if we come away with them or not. So let's go ahead and see if we get all 5 of them. If we do, that's probably going to be my only free agency signing. So we do get 4 of them. So we get Grady Williams, get Devin Bush, we get a couple of pieces to add to the defense, and we got Nate Davis to add to the offensive line, and CJ Gardner-Johnson also accepts and is our new strong safety in Houston. And then Mecole Hardman is still evaluating his offers, but we're still his number 1 offer, and he still has not decided to sign with us just yet, but we'll see if he changes his mind. And he is still not there. Okay, what about now? Do you want to come to the team now, negotiate? Or it looks like, actually, it doesn't look like I can go past the evaluation stage anymore. So I guess I just have to simulate to next week and hope he signs. I mean, honestly, if I don't get him, it's not that big of a deal. So I'm just going to send him to the draft now because that's where we're going after this. So let's just go to draft night, see if we get Mecole Hardman or not. And then obviously we'll be drafting a wide receiver if we do. Probably still be drafting one regardless, though, honestly. So let's see if we get him under contract. So we did, in fact, sign Mecole Hardman as well. So he's a brand new Houston Texan. So we got Nate Davis and Mecole Hardman on the offense. And then for the defense, we got Devin Bush, we got CJ Gardner-Johnson, and we got Greedy Williams. So I'm feeling good about how that went. That first wave of free agency went pretty good for us. So I'm feeling great about that. Get Devin Bush to kind of help us out a little bit. Derek Stingley is going to be number 1, and then Greedy Williams next to him as well. Jalen Petrie, and then CJ Gardner-Johnson. So we're just kind of slowly building. We got, honestly, a lot of good 25-year-olds in free agency. Feeling good about that. So now we can head to draft night and, kind of continue to build from here. So let's head into what we have. So as far as draft capital that we have the 5th overall pick. We have 32. We have 37, 41, and then we have 4 third-round picks. So hopefully in the 3rd round, we can find a lot of good gems. So we kind of need a little bit of everything. So I'll just be kind of going best available probably every pick, honestly. So let's see what we got at number 5. So at number 5 overall, I will not be drafting a QB. That is one thing we will not be doing. So at number 5 overall, what do we want is the question. We have Peter on the board. We have Bryce Young. We have a corner who is the top 5, Keely Ringo. We have a wide receiver, Anthony Richardson. So do I want the left tackle or do I want the corner is the question. So I don't know. I mean, we definitely need offensive linemen. Peter Skorowski makes a lot of sense here, but I feel like we can get offensive linemen later on, and you don't get a lot of great corners like this. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and draft Keely Ringo here with my 5th overall pick. So we're going to go back-to-back in the cornerback position. Number 1, our 1st round pick last year being Derek Stingley, and now we have Keely Ringo. So that is going to be our new cornerback duo here in Houston. So it's going to be Stingley and Ringo. Feeling good about that. So at number 32 overall, again, probably just going to be going best available every single time. So what we got here, so we got Broderick Jones. We have Andre Carter, A.T. Perry, Eric Gilbert at the tight end spot, strong safety, Jordan Battle. Is Eric Gilbert really that bad now? Like, I remember in Madden 22, he was like an 84 overall in that draft I was using, but I do need some offensive line help, and I'm looking at Broderick Jones here, and I think he makes a ton of sense. So I'm going to take Broderick Jones at the end of round 1. So we got ourselves our tackle, which we almost took earlier, but we got him instead at number 32. So feeling good about that. So now, first pick in round 2, what do we want to take here is the question. Probably should be looking at wide receiver a little bit more here, and I see A.T. Perry, and he was really good for me before. I kind of want to continue to roll with Brevin Jordan, so I don't think I'll be taking Eric Gilbert. We also have Jordan Addison to switch things up if we don't want to go Perry, because we have taken Perry in 2 videos already. But he doesn't look as good as Perry. I'll give him a chance. He is hidden development, so at least we get a hidden development player still. So Jordan Addison, welcome to Houston. So that's one of our wide receivers out of the way. And then our other second round pick, what do we got available to us? Probably should start thinking about defense a little bit more. Could take Eric Gilbert. We have Owen on the board. We just took a middle linebacker, or signed a middle linebacker. So Zach Harrison is here. Rakeem Jarrett. So looking at Zach Harrison, we could use some more edge rushers, of course. So I'm going to take Zach Harrison here, and he is hidden development. So far, so good. Get another in, probably opposite of Jonathan Greenard for now. And then at round 3, number 5, this is where round 3, we're going to try to get as much as we can, because we have 4 of these babies here. So round 3, got to maximize each time. Looking to get hidden development players here if possible. So we have a couple safeties on the board, which I don't necessarily need anymore. You have Garrett Williams. You have Zach Pickens. So at defensive tackles position, we definitely could use. So I'm looking at Zach Pickens here, and he's got B power moves, B tackle, C block shedding. We'll give him a chance. He has normal development. So that's going to be our first normal development player in the draft, which sucks, but it is what it is. I didn't mean to click view your draft board. So as far as what we're going to get next, we'll just kind of see what's available to us. So round 3, pick 15. I'm probably going to go defense the rest of the draft, though, honestly. Probably go linebackers and whatever else we can find. So we got Okafor, or I guess we could draft one more like guard or something if we wanted to. I mean, right now we got a tackle guard. So center, our center is like the only other weakness. So Colby Wooden, we got Blake, you got Robert Scott, Garrett Williams. I guess we could continue to stack up on the cornerback position if we see Garrett Williams and think he's valuable to us. I mean, do we take another corner? Screw it, hidden development corner. I don't feel like I could pass up on that. I had a feeling he was hidden development. He just looked like he was. So Garrett Williams, welcome to the team. So our cornerback position is absolutely stacked right now, I would say. Getting Greedy Williams and drafting 2 in the draft. And then you have Colby Wooden. You have Ekiyor, however you say his damn name. Tyler Davis is here at defensive tackle position. I might take him here as well. So I'll take Tyler Davis, another normal development defensive tackle. And then as far as my last pick, I kind of want to go for a linebacker. Hopefully get, BJ Ojulari was just there, but I don't think he would have fit what I was doing anyway. So linebackers that are available to us, we have Jack Campbell, pass coverage. He is a scheme fit. I think this is the last pick for us. So I'm going to take Jack Campbell here, and he is normal development. So overall, not a bad draft. We got a couple of hidden development players, unfortunately, or I got a couple of normal development players, unfortunately. But for the most part, I'm feeling good about how that draft went. We added some talent in free agency, added some talent in the draft. So this should be a step in the right direction. I don't think we'll be good yet, but it is a good step. So this is what your team is going to look like going into season number 2. You have Green, you got Tunsil, we got Jones, we got Nate Davis, Jordan Addison, John Mechie, Mecole Hardman, Damian Pierce, and Brevin Jordan, and then Davis Mills at your positions. And then Britt is your center for now, at least. Defensively, we have Jalen Petrie, we have Devin Bush, and then we have, what the heck is this? Brenton star. What does that mean? Oh, is this Brenton Cox and they have stars because is that really what we're doing right now? Is that what that is? I don't know if that's what that is or not. Okay, well, whatever. He's our outside linebacker. So we have Christian Kirksey as well. Campbell, who was not that great. Zach Harrison, of course, who we drafted. And we have Pickens. And Jordan Davis is kind of buried in the depth chart at the defensive tackle position as well. So our defensive tackle is not that great. As far as Ringo is concerned, I actually want to see him get quite a bit of run here next to Stingley. And then Greedy Williams, I want him to get some run. So I don't know. We definitely are stacked at the cornerback position. So feeling good about how the defense looks, and the offense I'm feeling pretty decent about as well. If the scheme could be even better on the offense, I'm down. So we'll run whatever works best for us. And it's going to be 76%, and I'm going to run base 4-3. So let's simulate this season. Let's see if things head in the right direction even further. 5-12 last year. So hopefully this team can improve on that and be like maybe, well, I don't know, 8-9 this year, something like that. That'd be cool. So at the end of the season, instead of getting better, we got even worse. 1-16 on the season. Not a great look at all. That's not where you want to be. So I went ahead and simmed to the offseason already. But yeah, finishing 1-15 or 1-16, not really where you want to be. So looking at the stats, offense was 32nd in the NFL. Davis Mills was not good. 32nd in the NFL. Defense was 21st. So the offense improved. Davis Mills 16-16. I hate to move on from him, but man, if that's the production we're going to get, we might need to. So I might have to move on from Davis Mills. Damian Pierce, 957 yards and 15 touchdowns. So I'm still excited what we're getting out of Damian Pierce. He's not developed into anything crazy, but I do like him. Mecole Hardman, 1,000 yards, 800 yards, 800. Like, we have some weapons here. I doubt Brevin Jordan went up at all either, so maybe we get a different tight end as well. I wanted to give them a chance, but if it's not going to work, it's not going to work. You really can't do too much. So 5 from Brenton Cox, I think is what his name is. Zach Harrison, 304. Pickens with 2, and then 1 from Christian Kirksey. So not a good year at all. Not a good year whatsoever. So it looks like we have $172 million in cap space, though, and we should have the Browns draft pick again. I don't know where they finished this year, but we have the ability to get better even more. I mean, if we're going to have that much cap space, we should be able to sign whatever we want, honestly. So we got Laramie Tunsil's a free agent, so I definitely want him back. Greenard I probably want back as well, who's star development. So let's go ahead and take care of that to start things off. So Greenard and Tunsil, 2 guys I desperately do want to bring back to Houston. So I'm going to sign Tunsil back. He's going to test free agency. Okay, that's fair, I guess. Franchise tagging him would cost us. That is way too much. I'm not doing that. Greenard, I'll go ahead and give him an offer. Hopefully he's willing to sign it. And then if Tunsil wants to come back at free agency, that's fine. So that is going to be, and we don't need to sign a cornerback. So yeah, I think we're good. So let's go to free agency now and let's see what's available to us. So I hate to move on from Davis Mills, man, but that is not the production I want. It's just not good enough. So maybe we trade him here and get some draft capital for him and then sign a quarterback. I don't really know what else you do because Davis Mills, we have number 1 overall, so we could draft a QB as well. Then we have a couple of second-round picks in the 19. Okay. As far as Davis Mills is concerned, I hate to do it, but man, like I said, if I find a different quarterback, he might be getting traded just because I don't like. It's just such a bad year out of him, but we'll see. Well, it just kind of depends what we find out here. So Joe Burrow is a free agent right now. And man, oh man, would I love Joe Burrow in Houston right now. That would be a absolute dream. Justin Herbert's here as well. Jeffrey Simmons. Chase Young wants to sign with me. Quentin Williams wants to sign with me. Like, I could build myself a squad this offseason. Wow. Okay. I have to see what I got to see where I'm going to go with this because we have some great free agents right now. Like, a lot of good ones. So I'm actually super excited right now because we could build ourselves a freaking squad. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna go with this though. Okay, so we have 5 offers here, and one we're starting off with Justin Herbert to potentially be my brand new quarterback. It looks like I'm gonna have to go that route. We're getting 2 new defensive tackles, hopefully, with Ed Oliver and Quentin Williams, who is very interested in signing with me. Miles Jack, that'll just be a linebacker I can have. Gibson. Our running back position and Dameon Pierce is great, but he hasn't gone up in development, so I'm just kind of relying on Gibson to maybe be good and Ed Oliver. So if we get all 5 of them, I would be honestly fantastic. Herbert is not accepted, but we do get Miles Jack, Gibson, and Ed Oliver. We did not get Quentin Williams, which was who I really wanted. He is superstar, and we did not get him. That is so unfortunate, but Nick Bosa is gone. Terrell is gone. Simmons is gone. Or Simmons is still here, technically. Chase Young also wants to sign with me, which I could go for. That sucks we didn't get Quentin Williams back, man. So disappointed in that, but we have the ability to go ahead and offer some more offers. So we do get Gibson, Ed Oliver, and Miles Jack, which is fantastic. And of course, we're waiting on Justin Herbert, which we hope we're getting him. But I guess I gotta get hopefully like another good weapon for. I mean, we actually have some weapons right now, so I guess I'd go for like Terry McLaurin if I wanted to, but he's gonna cost a lot. He actually has no offers right now, so I mean, we can have Terry McLaurin and Justin Herbert team up with us in Houston. Like, that would be kind of fun, so we can go ahead and offer that. And then I do need a tackle because we lost Laramie Tunsil. So Jedrick Willis is gone. Jonah Williams, though, would be solid. So let's offer Jonah Williams. And then, okay, so we can get those guys right there. And I guess the other thing I said I definitely needed was a defensive tackle. And we have Fletcher Cox. We have Kinlaw, which he wouldn't be too bad. We have Hamilton. So I'm going to offer Kinlaw a offer, and let's see if we get him. So, okay, we got our new offers. Targeted. Let's go to what we have right now. So we got Terry McLaurin, which we're number 1 on. Jonah we're fine on, and then Kinlaw. Okay, so Herbert's the only one I need to work on. So I don't know what I need to do, but come to the damn team, Justin Herbert. He is interested in now, and hopefully Justin Herbert's our brand new quarterback. Terry McLaurin is coming. Herbert is still not accepted. So we got McLaurin, we got Miles Jack, Gibson, Ed Oliver, Williams, and Kinlaw. So we've built ourselves a squad and one off season, and then Herbert is let's go, baby. We got Justin Herbert in free agency. That is the best quarterback I've ever signed. The fact that Joe Burrow and Herbert are both here in his free agency is honestly insane, which that means Davis Mills, I'm sorry, but I have replaced you. So now I have Addison, we have Mecole Hardman, we have Terry McLaurin, and then our offensive line, Jonah Williams, Green. Our center position definitely needs some work, and our tight end spot could use some work as well. Defensively, we got Miles Jack and Devin Bush, which I'm going to move one of them to probably the other linebacker spot. But yeah, the defense is looking incredible. So I'm going to move Miles Jack to left outside. And I'm feeling great right now. So Miles Jack, Devin Bush. And we have Brenton Cox, I think is who that is on the other side. And then we can go into the draft because we have #1 overall, which is fantastic. So now like take a look. We have Miles Jack, Devin Bush. And then that is great. So let's see what this is looking like now. So Cox and boom. Okay, so this is a huge W of an offseason. And then it looks like we got superstar development Ringo as well, which is fantastic. So I'm going to push him over Greedy Williams. And then we have also the other Williams, Garrett Williams. So looking good. And then offensively, we need a center. And then maybe we look to replace Brevin Jordan. I wanted to go with them, but I got impatient, I guess. So let's see if we can sign a center and maybe a tight end, or we could just get that in the draft as well. We'll see. So as far as Joe Burrow's still out here, but obviously we're not getting him. Centers don't really have anybody that good. So center position is just kind of lackluster. I guess we can get Tyler to be he'd be solid. We'll sign Tyler. He could be at least serviceable. And then tight end spot. Is there any good tight ends available? We could just get one in the draft though if we want to. Higbee, yeah, not too much. So I'm just gonna head to the draft, and we have the #1 overall pick. So this is a beautiful offseason, and we could continue to add on to that. So this might be an all defense kind of draft just because I want to just load up on the defense as much as possible, but also just kind of depends what's available. So right now, top 5 predictions, we got like Damon Payne, we got wide receivers, but we got Dallas Turner. So a lot of different options. So we just signed Kinlaw, and we signed obviously also at Oliver, which is great. So we could probably go with Dallas Turner. We can go with Damon Payne. Whichever one we decide is better is probably who we're going with. So Dallas Turner, B tackle. I mean, I think I honestly want to go Damon Payne. He just sounds like much better. I mean, either way, I don't think we're getting whatever. I mean, either way, we're solid. So I'll take Damon Payne, give him some, depth at the defensive tackle position. So Damon Payne, welcome to Houston. And that is our first round pick, or first overall pick for that matter. And then now we can go to number 19 and see what we got available to us here. So we have Jonathan Wakefield, which I said I needed a tight end, so he makes a ton of sense here. So I'm gonna take Jonathan Wakefield. No, not even another thought crosses my mind on that. So we get Jonathan Wakefield at number 19. So now to round 2, and if we can continue just add on even more hidden development players, we should be in a really good position. So we got Mike McBride. We got, again, I kind of want to just go all defense here, low key. I don't know why, just feeling that's the way I kind of want to go with things. So we get another middle linebacker here in Jeremiah, and he's solid. He is hidden development. So we get another linebacker, which is fantastic. Move him to maybe the outside, and then we have our linebackers set in stone. Another second round pick here, really quick one. We got Mike McBride again, Peter O'Neill, Greg Randolph, and then Mike Batten. But a lot of these guys, and then we have like Nick Buckley. So we can take Nick Buckley here to be depth at the free safety spot. He is normal development. Okay, so our first L, I would say, as far as development traits are concerned. So round 3, pick #1 overall. Let's see what we got here available to us. And then we'll probably make our last pick here, honestly. Or 18, we'll see. So we got Damon. We got wide receiver. We got linebacker. Again, I'm just going to continue to add depth, honestly, to the defensive line or whatever it may be. Steven Person. I mean, we lost one of our corners. Maybe we take him here. Steven Person is hidden development man-to-man corner. So just adding on to those cornerbacks that can cover. And then the last pick at number 18 in round 3. We're going to call this a day. So this team should be ready for the playoffs next year, I imagine. So we're all defense here. Got a lot of wide receivers on the board. But I'm going to go ahead and take a linebacker here and continue to add on to the defense. So normal development defensive linebacker, but that's okay. Feeling good about how this offseason went. We went from 0 to hopefully an absolute hero. So hopefully this offseason was well worth it. I tried to go the Davis Mills, Brevin Jordan, Damian Pierce route. I ran out of patience. 1-15 is not where you want to be, especially after the offseason we just had. But now it's time to buckle down and be a contender this season. So after the draft, this is kind of new, which I kind of like this, but Davis Mills is being requested by a lot of teams. And if you look at some of the packages I could get, it's kind of crazy right now. We can get Mike Williams. We can get Tyler Boyd. I mean, I got to take advantage of this, right? We're going to grab Mike Williams from the Chargers. And that is a brand new wide receiver, a familiar wide receiver with Justin Herbert. So we're all in right now. We are all in. I realize that is super unrealistic, but at this point, I forgot to even trade Davis Mills. I said I was going to, and I didn't. But you know what? Madden reminded me to do it, and our defense only is 79 overall. I'm super disappointed by that. So we got to figure out why that is the case. But if we take a look at the offense now with Mike Williams, Terry McLaurin, Gibson. I mean, what more could you want? This team is about to be solid. Like, there's no way this team can't be a playoff team this year. I would be absolutely disappointed if we're not a playoff team. So, literally, we're about to crash, though, I think. So, I'll see you guys. And actually, no, we're here. So, let's go. So, we got Wakefield, who went up to, who is a 74. We got a couple of offensive linemen as well. So, Pierce, I'm going to run at fullback. And then Wakefield, I mean, it really doesn't matter too much. Mike Williams is only... I thought Mike Williams would be superstar development, but he's not, which I'm a little surprised by. We got 4 wide receivers defensively. So I'm going to move Biddle to right outside. And well, what is Miles Jack listed as? Left outside. So I'm going to move Biddle to right outside linebacker. And then hopefully that, helps the defense out. Right now they're listed at like a 79 overall. So let's do that. And then Damon Payne's backing up Ed Oliver and Kinlaw as a #1 overall pick. Like, that is depth if you ask me. Buckley ended up being like a 75, so that's not too bad. So yeah, let's move Mr. Jeremiah Biddle to right outside linebacker. And then our defense should hopefully be good. And man, I'm excited about what this team could do this season. If we are not a playoff team, I'm going to be super disappointed, honestly. So taking a look at the final product, we got Biddle, Devin Bush, Jack, Gardner Johnson. We got Greedy Williams. Ringo is out here, which I want to start Ringo. So generating best lineup defense is a 92% scheme fit. And then on the offense, we're only 64%, but we could probably change this and make this even better, I imagine. So can we be 80 somewhere? 80 plus? No, not at all, which I'm a little surprised by. So we can only be 68%. Okay, and then defense, base 4-3 looks like it's going to be the best, which we'll run that. So hopefully we are going to be a great team this season. We did everything we could to possibly put us in that position. So let's simulate this season. Hopefully this is the year the Texans are back in the playoffs and we're going to go win a damn Super Bowl. So just like where we wanted to be, we went 13-4 to end the season, and we are up to an 89 and 87 overall on both sides of the football, which is fantastic. So we went in, we spent a lot of money, we did a lot of things to put this team where we needed them to be, and things are looking good right now. We got the bye, we're on top of the world right now. So if you take a look at the stats, offense was 5th in the NFL with Justin Herbert coming over, and defensively, hopefully we're top 10 as well, and that is 13th, which isn't too bad. But 36-9 from Justin Herbert. Gibson, 1,200 yards, 12 touchdowns. Pierce even had 13 as well. Receiving wise, Mecole Hardman, 1,500 yards, 1,000 from Mike Williams, almost 1,000 from McLaurin, 700 for Brevin Jordan. And then defensively, on the other hand, sacks wise, we had 13 from Ed Oliver, 7 from Kinlaw, 6 from Harrison, and then 6 from Greenard. So 4 from Derek Stingley, interceptions wise 3, and then you had 3 from Greedy Williams, 1 from Devin Bush, 1 from Ringo, and 1 from Christian Harris. So this has by far been my best rebuild of the series so far, I would say. Like, this is probably the best team I've put together for sure. So hopefully this team can capitalize on that fact. We get the Kansas City Chiefs in round 1. If we lose here, I'm going to be super disappointed. I did everything I could to put this team in the Super Bowl, so hopefully we end up making it. So we're at home for this one, NRG Stadium. The fireworks are going off. This is the first playoff game we've had. It's a divisional round. We just had a bye, so hopefully we can come out here and beat the Chiefs. I mean, this isn't going to be easy. The last time the Chiefs and the Texans were in the playoffs, Deshaun Watson, led the Texans to a 21-0 lead, and then the Texans blew it. So hopefully that doesn't happen to us here, and hopefully we just take care of business. We're down 3-0, but we get a touchdown, get a stop on defense. Defense isn't the greatest in the world, so I definitely need my offense to hang here. 17-10. It is 24-10. Okay, Herbert needs you to go out there and score. He doesn't do that, and that is not a recipe for success. 24-17. Need you to score real quick, and then I need my defense to get a stop. They cannot get a stop. It is 45-20, and that is ultimately how the video is going to end. We're going to lose to the Chiefs in a divisional round. I can't go any forward than that, man. But you know what? It's okay. The last 2 videos, I've won a Super Bowl. And all good things must come to an end. 45-27 victory for the Chiefs. I'm going to end it there. I've already been recording for almost an hour. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. Definitely put together a really good team. But at the end of the day, when you run into a team like the Kansas City Chiefs, there's not much you can do, man. That is the best team I could have put together. There's really not much I can do. There's going to be a ton of free agents I have to worry about. This team's going to get even worse. So if this team can't win now, there's no point of going forward. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.